Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be looking at derivation of quadratic equation from given roots. Okay, and we all know what a quadratic equation is. Quadratic equation is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, right? So this means that when you solve an equation that is in this form, you're expected to have two solutions. But this time around, they are going to give us the solution and we'll find the equation that had the given solution. And the equation will be in this form, right? So example, find the equation with the root minus 2 and 3. So we are going to find the quadratic equation that has the root minus 2 and 3. So this is simple. The first thing you will do is to know the variable to use. Do you want to use x? Do you want to use y? Do you want to use k? This time around, I want to use x. So this means that our x now is equal to minus 2 from this side. Then let me use all for this. Our x again is equal to 3 because these are the two solutions. Now, next thing is you introduce equal sign. Since we already have equal sign in the equation or in the form of every quadratic equation. So we are going to have x, this turns to plus 2 on the left. Then we equate to 0. Or on this side, we have x minus 3, because this becomes minus 3, and we introduce equal sign. Now, looking at these two, you discover that both of them are equated to 0. So we multiply this and this to get 0. So we're going to have x plus 2 multiplied by x minus 3, and this will give 0 on the other side. Now, let's multiply. To multiply this, let's distribute what we have here. X will multiply the whole of this, which is x minus 3. Then this plus 2 will multiply x minus 3 again. Okay, so we are trying to open the bracket, trying to expand. Now, x times x will give x squared. Then x times minus 3 is minus 3x. Then plus 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times minus 3 is minus 6, and this is equal to 0. Now from here, we already have a quadratic equation because of the power of 2. So x squared will appear first, minus 3x plus 2x will give us minus 1x, and that is the same thing as minus x. Then minus 6. This is now equal to 0. So from here now, we already have the quadratic equation that has the root minus 2 and minus 3. So this is what it is. Now let's form another quadratic equation that has the root minus 1 over 2 or 3. Okay, this time around we're having a fraction. So let's find another equation, quadratic equation with the root minus 1 over 2 or 3. Like we did before, we get our variable. So let's say the variable this time around is y. So that means y is equal to minus 1 over 2 or y is equal to 3. Now this time around, take this to the left, so we have y plus 1 over 2 to be equal to 0, or y minus 3 is equal to 0. And after this, the next thing you do is to multiply the terms before the bracket. So we have y plus 1 over 2. This will multiply y minus 3. Okay, so this will now be equated to 0. Now, let us multiply. we have y times y, which will give us y squared. Then we have y times minus 3, that will give us minus 3y. Then 1 over 2 times y, that will give us y over 2. So we have y divided by 2. Then 1 over 2 times minus 3, that will give us minus 3. Okay, so let's continue from here. We can find the LCM of everything and use the LCM to multiply each of the term. The LCM is 2. So 2 times y squared, that would be 2y squared, minus 2 times 3y, that would be 6y. Then plus 2 will cancel itself from here, so we have just y. Minus 2 will cancel itself from here, and we have minus 3. Then 2 times 0 will still give us 0. Okay, that will still give us 0. Now to continue, we have 2y squared. Then minus 6y plus y will give us minus 5y. Then we have minus 3. This is now equal to 0. So this is the quadratic equation that has the root minus 1 over 2 or 3. Thank you. If you love this, subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you.